Hey everybody, Fred here. You ever put $100 on red, just knowing in your gut it was gonna land on black? Of course you have. We've all been there. Please like, share, and subscribe to the No Frills family. Gambling. It's a wild ride of emotions, superstitions, and the occasional celebratory cocktail, or three. But behind all the flashing lights and the clanging slot machines, there's a whole world of crazy fun facts and stories that most people don't know. So, buckle up, grab your lucky rabbit's foot, and get ready to be amazed by these 10 gambling fun facts that'll have you saying no way, or possibly get out of here. We've all seen the movies, right? A sharp-dressed card shark, slicking back his hair, secretly counting cards in a high-stakes blackjack game. Well, here's the thing. Card counting itself isn't illegal. It's just using your brain, which, let's face it, is something casinos aren't huge fans of. It takes practice, skill, and the ability to do math while looking incredibly cool under pressure. But while it's not technically illegal, casinos are private businesses, and they have the right to kick you out for any reason they want. My advice? Use your powers for good, like winning a stuffed animal for your sweetheart at the carnival. The word casino, it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? It conjures up images of glamour, excitement, and maybe a little bit of danger. But where does this magical word come from? Well, my friends, it all started in Italy. The word casino originally referred to a small country villa or summer house, a place where Italians would go to relax, unwind, and maybe indulge in a little music and dancing. Over time, these little getaways started adding games of chance to the mix, and voila, the modern casino was born. Las Vegas might be the gambling capital of the world, but when it comes to sheer size, the Venetian Macau in China blows it out of the water. This place is massive. We're talking over 546,000 square feet of gaming space. The Venetian Macau has everything you could ever want in a casino, and more. Thousands of slot machines, endless rows of gaming tables, enough restaurants to satisfy every craving imaginable, and even its own canals with gondolas. So, if you're ever feeling lucky and find yourself in China with a few days to spare, be sure to check out the Venetian Macau. Picture this. Monte Carlo, 1913. A roulette wheel spins, the ball bounces, and for 26 times in a row, it lands on black. Gamblers are going wild, fortunes are won and lost, and the legend of the Monte Carlo fallacy is born. Now you might think after 26 spins on black, red is due to hit any second, right? That's what the gamblers thought too. But here's the thing, the roulette wheel doesn't have a memory. Every spin is independent of the last. The odds of hitting red or black are always the same, no matter how many times the ball has landed on one color before. So, the next time you're feeling lucky at the roulette wheel, remember, the odds are always the same, and the house always has an edge. We've all had those poker nights that stretched into the wee hours of the morning. But at the Birdcage Theater in Tombstone, Arizona, they took poker to a whole new level. Back in the 1880s, this notorious saloon was home to the longest poker game in history, a game that lasted for an unbelievable 8 years. That's right, folks, 8 years. Can you imagine playing the same poker game for 8 years? Las Vegas is no stranger to glitz, glamour, and a bit of mob history. Nowhere is that history more alive than at the Flamingo Hotel. Built by mobster Bugsy Siegel in 1946, it quickly became a hangout for stars and high rollers. Legend has it, Bugsy's ghost still haunts the hotel, keeping an eye on his investment. We've all heard of lucky numbers, lucky charms, and, lucky underwear. But did you know that there are also unlucky superstitions in the gambling world? One of the most pervasive is the curse of the $50 bill. The origins of this superstition are a bit murky, but some say it dates back to the days of the Wild West, where a $50 bet was often associated with death. Whatever the reason, the curse of the $50 bill persists, and many gamblers refuse to even touch one at the casino. We've all been there, glued to a slot machine, convinced that it's about to pay off big. It's due, we tell ourselves. It's been cold for so long, it has to heat up eventually. Well, I hate to break it to you, but those hot and cold streaks are all in your head. Slot machines are governed by something called a random number generator, which ensures that every spin is completely random and independent of the previous spin. That means that the odds of winning or losing are the same on every spin, regardless of how long you've been playing or how much money you've put in. The best way to approach slot machines is with a sense of fun and a healthy dose of skepticism. Remember how we talked about the Monte Carlo fallacy and how every spin of the roulette wheel is random? Well, Gonzalo Garcia Pelayo didn't get that memo. Or maybe he did, and he just decided to outsmart the system. In the 1990s, this Spanish mathematician and his family used their powers of observation and statistical analysis to exploit tiny imperfections in roulette wheels at casinos across Europe. They meticulously tracked the results of thousands of spins, identifying patterns that gave them a slight edge. And you know what? It worked. Gonzalo and his family won millions of dollars, proving that sometimes even the most random of games can be beaten with a little bit of ingenuity and a whole lot of patience. Ah, Monte Carlo, the playground of the rich and famous, where fortunes are won and lost on a whim. It's also the setting for one of the most enduring gambling legends of all time, the story of Charles Wells, the man who broke the bank at Monte Carlo. In 1891, this English engineer and alleged con man walked into the famed Monte Carlo casino and went on an epic winning streak, breaking the bank at several roulette tables and walking away with a fortune. His feat made headlines around the world, and his name became synonymous with incredible luck and daring gambling exploits. Now, whether or not Charles Wells was a genius gambler or just a lucky con man is still up for debate. So there you have it, folks. 10 crazy fun facts about gambling that prove that the world of casinos and high stakes is even wilder and more unpredictable than you might have thought. Now, I know what you're thinking. Next time I hit the casino, I'm wearing my lucky socks inside out, carrying a 4-leaf clover, and avoiding any $50 bills like the plague. And don't forget to share your own crazy gambling stories in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fun facts, crazy stories, and maybe even a few gambling tips, but no promises.